Change of plan. Well, that escalated quickly, but can't say I'm unhappy with that. Why do I have loose hairs all over my face? I do not have cats. I have dogs that think they are cats. Wow, I just lost 2 eyelashes pulling that off. Hey there dreamers, how you doing? It's me, Jacqueline. Welcome back to my channel, or if you are new around here, welcome here. I'm glad to have you. I would love to have you around here more regularly, so if you are interested in 2 beauty videos every week from me, make sure you click that subscribe button, as well as clicking the notification bell to stay notified of all the latest uploads from me. I would hate for you to miss something. I'm lacking a little bit of inspiration lately. I've been finding it when I just kind of sit here and don't have a plan and just kind of play with makeup. I did that yesterday and I thought it would be fun to have you guys join in, do the same thing today, and just kind of play around with some things. If that sounds like a fun time to you, great, you're in the right place. You're gonna see how I created this face of makeup. And if you're excited, click that thumbs up button. I'm glad you're here. Let's go ahead and dive into the application portion. We're gonna start with eyes. I have them primed with Urban Decay Primer Potion. And I figured, why not do some more cool tone looks in this fall season? I feel like that is kind of the direction that the trends are heading. While warm tones have been around for a really long time, cool tones are making a comeback. Being neutral leaning warm, I can kind of wear whatever, and I love cool tones. This is the Milani Soft and Sultry palette. We're going to use this. And a new NYX Glitter Liquid Eyeshadow as well. Figured we'd attempt something fun today. We're just kind of keeping it casual. This isn't really a tutorial. Yesterday I just kind of took a break and sat here and just played with makeup for a while because I honestly couldn't remember the last time I did that and wasn't filming or testing or doing something constructive. So just sat down and played and had such a great time and really enjoyed the whole process. And so I thought today maybe I would just kind of do that with you guys, and I would test out some new products, use this eyeshadow palette because I know that you guys probably want to see more looks with it. Get ready together, I guess. I guess this is more of a get ready with me than anything else. But life has just been kind of chaotic lately, as you guys are going to see here soon. There's a lot of change coming up in my life. If we captured that or not, but that was incredibly rude. The guys who left the note on my door saying that they replaced some electrical panel did not say that they were going to turn my power off, and that was rude. Everything shut off in my entire house, so that's going to be fun, resetting all the clocks later. I just started to apply this deeper cool tone shade to my crease, and we lost power. The universe is not on my side today. Oh, such is life, right? What we're doing here is contouring on the eye. I know I said I wasn't going to teach in this video. Apparently I can't turn that off. What we're doing by shading my hood here is making it recede or shrink back away from the viewer, creating depth there where I don't actually have it. The important thing here is keeping it above where my natural crease is, and then blending that out. So we want the most depth to be there. So I know this is gonna look kind of messy, but trust me. Just wiped off that doe foot on my hand. See how much more saturated that glitter is than that shadow? I'm gonna have to go in with something else to balance it out. Whew. That is, I mean, it's beautiful though. Change of plan. Well, that escalated quickly, but can't say I'm unhappy with that. It's beautiful. It's drying down nicely. It's not getting too tacky or anything, and it also doesn't feel too crusty. I'm going to attempt to let that dry a little bit before moving on to the other side, just so I don't mess it up while I'm working on it. I received a sample with my most recent Sephora purchase, and that is for the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin 24-Hour Foundation. They only had the shade Y245 as being my closest match, as we can see right there. But I'm going to mix in a little bit of my NYX White Mixer with it and see how we do. I feel like I'm sliding. So on my nose, I like to take a little bit extra coverage. I'm going to reach for my NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer. I'm in the shade Canal, which is 2.75. Foundation will not stick to my nose. I don't know what it is. I've tried primers. I've tried all kinds of different things, but this has been the technique lately that I've been going for. And that is just using a base of this concealer before going in with my foundation. And I'm actually going to do the same thing on my chin, just because I have this under the skin blemish that keeps peeking through. I swear I skip washing my face like one time and I get an under the skin blemish. It's just the joys, you know? I'm gonna take that Makeup Forever custom mixture with my NYX White Mixer. Wow, say that 10 times fast. Wow, this is a very thick consistency. I do feel like this undertone for me is correct. It just is a little bit too deep. Probably could have used even a little bit more of that NYX mixer in there, but oh well, I have enough product on my palette, so I'm not going to mess with it. This is actually a sample size of the Tarte Maracuja Creaseless Concealer. I got this with a Sephora purchase a while back, and I've been playing with it with the NARS one because it offers that kind of lightness. The NARS is just a little bit deeper than my actual skin tone at the moment, but the undertone is correct. So I like to mix it with a concealer like this that is just a little bit lighter to kind of brighten down here in the more well area of my under eye, which is where I have the most darkness. And once we set this down, it won't have that kind of shiny reflect to it. That is my only downside with this concealer. While I do like what this offers, it leaves a very shiny finish to the under eye, which I just don't find to be flattering. I can't speak today. It accentuates all of the texture that I have under my eyes, so I do have to set this. Not that I have any concealers that I don't have to set, but this one you definitely want to be mindful, especially if you are unflattered by a shiny finish on your under eye, like I am. Before we move into any powder products, I want to show you guys this cream product that I have been absolutely adoring lately, and that is from Milk Makeup. This I purchased in the Sephora Appreciation Sale, and I have been using this constantly. It's the Ulta Beauty Precision Foundation Brush, and I thought this would be beautiful for cream contouring, and that's what I've been using it for. I picked this up because it was on sale for $7 in their 21 Days of Beauty sale, and I think their brushes are anywhere from like 12 to 20 normally. So I thought it was a good opportunity to try this out, and I'm just loading up that brush. And I'm going to kind of cream contour and bronze in one because that's just kind of what this shade does for me. I feel like this is the most natural cream product I have come across in a long time, and I am generally not a fan of cream products because a lot of times they're not formulated that well and they take a longer time to blend, and you ultimately have to layer colored powders on top of them to set them, and therefore what's the purpose? But this is like the simplest, most user-friendly cream formula that I have come across, because I'm blending this in real time and talking to you in real time because I want you to see just how easy that is. That's not been my experience with other cream products. So for this reason, Milk, you have my attention, and I have also ordered your mini blur stick. I have not found a blurring pore foundation that does not make my makeup slide around. And you guys have intrigued me, so we will see how that does once that arrives. I just think it's stunning. I mean, that is just the most beautiful color. Again, I am around an NC20 in MAC foundations, which just means I have a neutral, slightly leaning warm undertone, and I am more on the fair to light spectrum. So if you're trying to place where my skin tone is at, that's exactly it. I'm starting to think I might have a slight olive undertone to my skin just because of colors that have been flattering to me. Ugh, I just think this product is so stunning. And then I actually do like to draw it on my jawline. I need to dermaplane my face again. You can see my little peach fuzz there. My jawline is actually different on the two sides, so it actually comes out more on this side, so I kind of drag up my contour a little higher on this side, whereas I kind of keep it along my jaw over here. Then I'm going to use that same brush and just blend it out. This brush is incredibly soft, so it doesn't leave any like brush strokes or dragging strokes or anything like that. I just adore how nicely this works with this cream product. I don't have any issues with it picking up the foundation or things underneath, or at least I haven't thus far. And yesterday I was wearing a different foundation, so it was a different base than this when I was using this brush previously. When you're blending jawline contour, you want to blend down because you're casting a shadow onto the neck, whereas when I'm blending this cheekbone contour, I'm blending up because you actually want to raise that cheekbone, as well as I'm using bronzer, which hits more on the high points of the cheek on my little nose contour brush. The reason why I don't have a name for this brush is because it came in a little set by Crown Brush. It was just a synthetic brush set, and this one has no name. It's a very thin but kind of flat, slightly rounded and tapered brush. I have a very thin nose, so I need a very thin little pencil style brush to do this. Using the same tones tends to give a very uniform look to the face so that it's a very believable contour. Whereas if you use different tones of products, it can look very fake. I really love that this is just as natural on the center of my face, on my nose, as it is on the outer portions of my face. I really appreciate that. I do have to use gentler motions on my nose just because I always lose coverage here if I'm doing other things. It's just kind of the story of my life. I also like to add a little bit of depth right here, just so that there's kind of two different sections. It kind of breaks up how long it is, in my opinion. So I like to add a little depth there, so it's almost like I have a little button nose. I'll also add a little here. This may seem strange to you if you're not familiar with contouring, but I like to make my upper lip look a little bit bigger. So what I like to do is actually trace my upper lip like that, so you can see how there's almost a shadow behind the fullest portion of my lip now. That makes it look fuller, and as long as you're being careful and precise about it, it's not going to look like a mustache. You just don't want to use a ton of product. Just a little trick for the eye. I have the most fullness on my bottom lip, but just so you can see the rest of the effect. You can also do that here. You just want to keep it in a very fine line so that it doesn't look like hair growth or something. It's not super noticeable, that's why I use such thin layers, but it just helps me to feel a little bit more confident about an area of my face that is not my favorite. And then we're going to bake with this Hourglass Veil Translucent Powder. I've really been enjoying this. I feel like this is dry skin friendly, so if you are like me and have been very scared to bake, this one is not going to do you wrong like so many others. Or coat your powder. So you can coat your blender essentially. So I'm getting a nice thick layer there. And I don't want to bake my entire under eye. I just want to bake like the inner half. When I do bake, I do the sides of my nose just so that my sunglasses don't take off my foundation there, because that is flattering on no one. Use whatever is left to just press into my smile lines and then the center of my forehead. I'm actually going to get a little more powder for the very center because I also have some creasing issues right at the center. because I don't want it to brighten too severely, I'm not going to leave that bake on. They are directly correlated. So if you want it even brighter under there, oh, I got hair on my face again. Can't find it. Oh well. I'm just gonna take a clean brush and lightly dust this towards the rest of the under eye that we didn't bake, just so it gets a light amount of powder. I'm gonna go into a little bit of a new Wet n Wild bronzer because I saw, still have hair on my face, hold on. I guess we are not using this. This is the swatch of that bronzer. This is the shade Bronze Dynasty from the Fire and Ice Dragon collection. For some reason, when I saw this, I couldn't see the sheen, so I thought it was gonna be a more cool tone contour color. I was so wrong. I don't need this in my life, so that's gonna go back. Let's reach for something else I can contour with. I am going to start off with my Physicians Formula. Why do I have loose hairs all over my face? I do not have cats. I have dogs that think they are cats. Wow, I just lost 2 eyelashes pulling that off. I love this because it's very neutral and I can contour and bronze with it. If you've not seen me mention this bronzer brush yet, definitely hunt your Walgreens and local Ulta stores for this brush because I love it, but it's sold out online, so I can't link it for you. I think it's a very high-end feel for a very $8 brush. This is another weird trick of mine with contouring. Because my cheekbone on this side is much fuller. This one is fuller from the front. This one is kind of fuller from the side. So what I like to do is kind of scoop some contour under here so that they both look round from the front, if that makes sense. I guess this is going to be my bronze and contour in one because that's just where we ended up. I love this shade. I don't have a new blush, but you guys know I've been loving the e.l.f. Primer Infused Blush in the shade Stay Cheeky. I use this almost every day. I love this blush. It's very uncomplicated. It stays all day and it looks good with any makeup look. I love that I don't have to think about it. For highlighter, I don't have a brand new one, but I did want to show you guys this Model's Own one on camera again. This one is the Sculpt & Glow Highlighter Powder in 01 Golden Sand. This is stunning. I believe I bought this off of Mariah Leonard's recommendation, and I have a new brush to try out. This is the e.l.f. Fluffy Eye Blender brush, but to me, it just looked like the perfect size for a beautiful little diffused highlighting brush. Not to say that you can't wash it and use it for both purposes, but today, I thought we would test that theory. Currently have a new mascara to show you and my brows are already done, so I will check back in with you in a minute to try on some lip colors. Gotta say, I am pretty dang impressed with this glitter. It looks stunning. And I mean, it looks pretty on camera, but it looks just as pretty in person. I mean, almost. It doesn't, you don't quite get the gold and silver reflect at the same time the way you're getting it on camera, but as I turn, you definitely get it. I love that this glitter color provides enough depth for me with hooded eyes while still providing enough light to bounce back. I really like this. I actually was doing my makeup for you guys just to film and was planning on taking all this off and redoing my makeup because I'm going somewhere tonight, but I think I'm actually gonna leave it because I like it so much. I do have a couple of pieces of glitter that are kind of starting to fall down. Doesn't seem to be accumulating a lot or anything. I have tried to kind of knock them off with various brushes, but it's just not really working. I purchased the Buxom Plump Line Lip Liner in the shade Stealth, which is a pretty neutral nude. It's slightly warm toned. Honestly almost a little light for my taste, but it'll work. And we're gonna go in with this NYX new lip product. This is called the Slip Tease Liquid Lip Lacquer. This is a thick, shiny gloss, and it reminded me of the Anastasia gloss formula. So I thought this would be a nice shade to try out. This is the shade Let's Get Physical. This is our finished makeup look. Just wanted to check in and let you guys know that this lip product I don't really care for very much. I've only been wearing it for maybe a half hour or so, and it's already really separating. The color is gathering in the little lines of my lips, and it's creating this kind of butthole mouth thing where all of the color kind of pools to the inner rim of my lips and just looks like garbage. If you enjoyed doing this chatty get ready with me that kind of trailed off and was no longer chatty, give it a thumbs up. You guys help me out a ton when you like videos. It helps me to know what you guys are into more than other things, so make sure you let me know how you feel about things. And as always, leave a comment if you think of something that you would love to see on this channel. I love turning your ideas into videos. I love getting to know you guys little by little on here, and I love interacting with you, so leave a comment. Anyway, I'm gonna go make some lunch because I've kind of been snacking and it's like after 3 and I should probably commit to something at some point as far as a meal is concerned. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day or evening wherever you are. I hope this video finds you well and that you keep dreaming. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.